I grew up listening to Taylor on the radio, so hearing from her was shocking and more I could ever ask for, and I love her so much. My name is Somber, and I'm going to be doing a deep dive into my album, I Barely Know Her. I didn't know I was making an album at first. The first song I made for it was Back to Friends. Back to Friends just became a massive hit, which I did not expect. And then we had Undressed and 12 to 12, and it got to a point where my label was like, okay, we need an album now. So I was like, perfect. I've been waiting for this, so I made the album. And now we have I Barely Know Her. The average writing process for me would be to start by making a beat, and then I'll just mumble some words over it, and it'll slowly turn into a song. I feel like no songs are easy to write. If something is too easy, usually it's not good, so it probably would have gotten scrapped. What part of Back to Friends am I most proud of? I would probably have to say the chorus. I think it's very special. It was relatively easy, but it definitely, I tried a couple things that didn't necessarily work at first until I got the final result. You know, I didn't know it was a lead single for an album, and it just became bigger than I thought. Favorite fan reaction to the song? There's this guy on Reels that lip sings it in the middle of a field into like a plastic bottle. Has anyone seen that? I don't know, but it's hilarious. I love it, it's my favorite. I used to get really nervous, but I don't really get nervous anymore to play shows. I get more nervous to do other side quests that just come because of this job. I did my first fashion show a couple weeks ago, and I was way more nervous just to walk in a straight line than I am to go on a stage for 10,000 people. Fashion icons, Mick Jagger, David Bowie, Jim Morrison. I wasn't listening to a lot of music while I was writing I Barely Know Her. Any free second I had, I would be writing or producing. I never read, so no, I wasn't reading anything. I was just so deep into the album, just not really consuming any other art. I didn't know I was making an album, I was just putting out songs, and they were doing better than I could have ever imagined, and shortly after Undressed, I realized it was time for the album. I walk down Canal Street, I see the girl. I definitely think Canal Street. I didn't expect it to do as well as it did, because it's by far the slowest song on the album. It was my favorite, so I'm really glad that people are drawn to that one. I think people love sad music, and I think they were waiting for something like that. I want my music to go out there and be there for people to relate to.
Taylor Swift wrote me a handwritten letter. It smells so good.
It was crazy. I mean, Taylor is an icon and the greatest living pop star, so that was just a dream. I mean, I grew up listening to Taylor on the radio, so hearing from her was shocking and more I could ever ask for, and I love her so much. There are so many, Taylor, Olivia Dean, Billie Eilish, Chappell Roan, Olivia Rodrigo, amazing artists. Where was I when I found out I was nominated for a Grammy? I was sleeping. I slept through it. I knew it was going to be that day, but it was too nerve-wracking for me because there was all this buzz and people saying, oh, you're in the running, this and that. And I just couldn't believe it, and I didn't want to set that expectation. So the morning that the nominations were announced, I just set my alarm for later, and I slept through it. And I was pleasantly surprised when I woke up, and I'm so grateful to the Recording Academy and the fans and everyone who got me there. It's incredible. I wasn't able to tell the news to anyone. Everyone told the news to me. I just woke up with all these texts, so everyone found out before me. It was funny, I took a walk shortly after waking up, and some dude on the street was like, congrats on the nomination. I was like, thank you. It was crazy. I mean, very full circle moment to put up a show in my hometown on the street. I love that I was able to do it for free so anyone could come. Dream place to perform that I haven't performed yet, Madison Square Garden, the O2. Thank you for watching. I Barely Know Her is out now. You can stream it or get it on physical. Somber out.